310 first. What am I doing? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Lose my mind. Hello. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Christy. So, before I started the live, I did pull the colors that I needed for this one. And it turns out I'm missing quite a few colors to do this, which is fine because there's still a lot of colors on this particular one. Sylveon has the most colors out of any of the evolutions. How many total is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 19 colors total in this pattern, which like for some patterns is not like a wild number. But most of my patterns have between like 10 and 15-ish. Good afternoon to you. It is evening where I am, but hello, good afternoon. What are we stitching tonight? We're going to be doing Sylveon tonight. Everyone voted on, I don't even know what day of the week it is right now. It's Sunday. Everyone voted on Friday for the next evolution for me to work on. And they voted on Sylveon. So before I hopped on the live, I pulled all my colors. And I also gridded the back of this and put it in a hoop. And yes, it's, oh, you guys can't even tell. It's very uneven, but that's okay. It's off center in the hoop. That is on purpose because the pattern itself doesn't sit perfectly square because of the pose that Sylveon is in. So it means it's just not going to sit. I had to make the grid off center in order to make it look like it's supposed to in the hoop. But Sylveon is very big. This is an 8-inch hoop and it's big. I don't particularly like using hoops this big for the most part, but obviously you have some that are just this big. Going to the craft store tomorrow to get my starter stuff. Oh, that's super exciting. I will probably be going to the craft store tomorrow as well to get the rest of the floss that I need for Sylveon. You know what? We are not starting with black on Sylveon because there is hardly any black at all on Sylveon. So we're actually just going to jump straight into voting on what color you guys want me to start with. So usually I do black first and we have kind of a base outline, but there's barely any black. Sylveon is mostly outlined with like this really, really dark blue instead of the standard black. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. All right, so I have quite a few colors. I'm just gonna kind of put them up here in random order. Oh, I should open the poll first. So anyone watching on Twitch, this poll is going to be open for TikTok only. Simply because I have more people over there right now. And it just works out easier. How many numbers or how many options can I give you guys on a poll? Let's see. 7 option. 8, 9, 10. Okay, you can have 10 options. So I'm just gonna pull 10 colors out at random, and that is what you guys are going to be voting for me to stitch. There's okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. Okay. This is that really dark blue that I was talking about. And the other colors that are left are just black, white, and like a slightly different shade of white. So Hello, Truly. Welcome. I just got the Sylveon Build-A-Bear today. Oh, that's so cool. All right. Michelle, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And Cassie Kirk, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate you too. Hello. Yes, we are starting Sylveon. That's okay. That's okay. Wendy Lord, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. So I just started the poll. Let me make sure it's a 5-minute poll. Yeah, okay, perfect. It's a 5-minute poll, so you guys have about 5 minutes to vote on that. You have less than that now. Now you have like 4 minutes. But I need glasses in the meantime. I only have one pair tonight. What did I do with my other pair? I might have accidentally brought them upstairs. So on Twitch, if you tell me to switch my glasses out with the rewards, I'm gonna have to go get another pair because this is the only pair I have right now. My other ones are upstairs because I walked away with them. So, okay, there we go. So, this is what I got right now. Teenage, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And Slater Snow White, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate you too. So we've got new background music tonight. Thank you, Lucian, for the suggestion. The music I've been using on my last 2 lives was so mellow. It was like super chill vibes and everything, but like it literally was making all of us super sleepy. Anyone who was there can testify. Like the music was like sleep inducing. So it just wasn't quite what I was looking for. And I was like, I need something more upbeat. And Lucian was like, hey, check out Game Chops. So Game Chops. And it's stream friendly and it's all like video game music that's been like remastered and like they've done some fun stuff with it. So if you hear things and you're like, oh, this sounds like fill in the blank, it probably is. But yeah, Sylveon is my favorite Eevee evolution. Oh, that's awesome. What are we stitching? We are going to be making Sylveon today. So kind of our color palette. I am missing a few colors, but that's okay because, it will only let me add 10 options to the poll anyway. So go ahead and vote on what color you want me to start stitching first. The only colors that I did not include right here, because I can only put in 10, were black, white, and like an off-white color. And I don't want to start with white or the off-white because like you're not going to be able to see it on here. Like to start with. It'll be fine for like filling in later and whatnot. But like to start with, I didn't want to start with that. As it turns out, I am missing six of the colors needed to finish this piece, which is fine because like I would not have been able to finish it tonight anyway. I'm just not going to have enough time in one live to stitch a whole piece. It's going to take me several lives, especially because this is an 8-inch hoop. The one we were working on before Flareon was just a 6-inch hoop. So significantly smaller piece. But this one, like ironically, it doesn't seem like it's that many more stitches. It's just that Sylveon is like really tall and like skinny, and like Flareon was more like square shaped or like fit better in like a square-ish shaped pattern. What are we stitching? Frankie, I have a poll open. So if you like click there's a button, I think it's down there. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's down there. There's like a little button that says like poll. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 for your options. So we just go, you know, and that's how we do our voting. And then I don't have to decide. I don't have to look at this and be like, oh my God, these are actually like, I think this is a really pretty color color palette. Those are the words I'm looking for. Really pretty color palette. I love it. This is kind of my aesthetic, except I can't wear pinks because my face has like rosy pink undertones. And if I did that, I would look like I was sunburned all the time. All right, our poll has finished and we have color 6. So this one right here is gonna be our first color. Can we buy the pattern for Sylveon? Absolutely. I have all of the evolution patterns in my Etsy shop, as well as a whole bunch of other Pokemon, including like the original 3 starters and some Pokemon like that. I think I have like 27 patterns in there right now. I will be adding more each month. But if you are looking to buy more than like 2 patterns, like for real, if you're looking to buy more than 2 patterns to make your own, I highly suggest checking out my Patreon page, because $12 a month gets you access to my entire library, as well as voting for which patterns you'd like to see me add to the library. So it gets you like some kind of cool things. I do have a lower level of the Patreon that is $7 a month, and that includes all 3 of the starters and Pikachu, and it also includes like 2 random patterns of the month. So I kind of have a couple different options depending on what your needs are. If you're just looking for like 1 or 2 patterns, check out the Etsy shop. If you're looking for more than that, my Patreon's a really great way for you to help support me and like make sure that I can keep doing this kind of thing. If I can get to 10 Patreon supporters, I'm gonna open up a private Discord for my Patreon members. That way we can have a little bit more discourse, and I'll be able to open up like a bigger poll about like what Pokemon you'd like to see added to the library and things like that. But before all of that gets too much, here we go. What symbol am I looking for? I don't even know, guys. I'm making this up as I go. Okay, this is 157. We're looking for that symbol. Where are you? How many of this stitch are there? Is there... Oh, there's not very much of this color. So I'm going to immediately open the poll back up again, like in like 5 minutes, because it turns out there are only 7 stitches with this color. It is not a very intense color. Or there's not a whole lot of this particular shade on this pattern. When I do make my patterns, I try to kind of like, if there are 2 colors that are like really similar and like it doesn't seem like there should be 2 of them, I do try to take them out when and where I can to like minimize the number of like colors that y'all have to buy like when you are making one yourself. But sometimes I'm like, no, this color like doesn't look close enough to anything else. Like you kind of just have to, even if it's just a few stitches, like sometimes I just can't replace it. What am I making? Today we're working on Sylveon, and I'm just about to start. We're gonna go 10, 20. That's my corner. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And down to 1, 2. That is why I grid the backs of my pieces, is for stuff like this. So I'm going to be starting up here. Wait, did we finish the fire one? We did. We finished Flareon on, I don't know what today. Today's Sunday. We finished Flareon on Friday. I keep forgetting what day of the week it is. It's bad, y'all. My sense of time has been so screwy. Hold on. Let me get Flareon out. If you missed it, here is Flareon. So we finished Flareon on Friday. Okay, and then I like straight up, I don't know where the rest of this color is. There's only like 4 more stitches. Okay, there's 2 over there. Where are the last 2? It's a hunt. It's a hunt to find them. Y'all, you picked the most challenging color for me to start with because there's only 7 stitches of this color. And I can only find 5 of them so far. Okay, so we're gonna tie off because I'm pretty confident that there's no more up in this little section. I'm probably gonna lurk while I work on my pick. Aw, awesome, Vex. Thanks for showing up. Oh my god, where do you find these patterns? Truly, I actually make my own patterns. And they're available in my Etsy shop or on my Patreon, depending on how if you just want like one or two of them, or if you want, like access to the whole library. So I will drop the links to that for you. Anyone who is in, on the TikTok live, the links for both of those are through my bio. There are the links to both of those for you. Ali Mar, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Hi, Jade Black Cat. How you doing tonight? Tay Wonder, thank you so much for sharing the live. I really appreciate that. When I use the two-handed stitching method you use, I get a knot near the needle every time. Help. Are you pulling all the way through on both sides, or are you, like, how do I describe this? Hold on. Let me start my next couple stitches, and then I will see if I can describe it. Okay, we're going over 50, we're going down 30. 10, 20, 30, 40. We're going over 50. We're past 50. Okay, and then down 30. 1, 2, 3. That's like a 50, 30 cross right there. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 more over. 1, 2, 3, and up 1. That's our next stitch. Okay. So as you're doing this, are you pulling the thread all the way out on the top and the bottom? Or are you going like down and then immediately back up and only pulling through on the top? Because that is what I do, is I pretty much only pull all the way through on the top as much as I can. And I find that that helps limit the tangles. But the other thing that I do is, so like as I'm pulling through, I put my finger on top of the stitch so it can't really tangle right there at the thing. And I'm actually doing that on the back of the piece as I'm pulling coming up. So you can't see that because like you can't see what the back of my hand is doing. But I am putting my finger directly where the thread is coming back through. I don't know if I'm making a lot of sense. I put my finger right on top of it as I'm pulling it through. I hope that makes sense. I am Kim. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. Leah writes, thank you for sharing the live. I really appreciate that. No one ever see me. Oh, I'm sorry. Peachykins, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Oh, what are we making today? We are working on Sylveon today, and you guys have given me the most challenging color to start with because there were only 7 stitches in this color in the entire piece, and I can't find the last 2. So I need to like search the pattern real quick and see if I can find where the last 2 are, because we only have 5 stitches on here today. Okay, so I think I need to hold the stitch as I pull through because I do the rest like you do. Okay, yeah, I think that's like my biggest tip is I always put my finger directly on the stitch as I'm pulling the thread through, and it helps minimize the knots. You're still gonna get knots every once in a while, but it's making it so it can't catch on itself quite so easily. But because I'm stitching like for you guys and so you can see what I'm doing, if I put my finger on it every time on the top, like it's not great to watch. And plus it's more likely to make the top of the piece dirty as the thread is like being dragged across my top finger and like my fingers touching all over this. So I try and push down and only pull up so that I'm touching my finger on the back of the piece the whole time, like in all the different spots. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm babbling, but I think you understand what I mean. Hopefully somebody understands what I'm talking about. Okay, where the heck is it? Where are you? There's 2 more of you. I will find you. I've got those 2. Is it in the bow tie? No, I don't think it's in the bow tie. I think the bow tie might be pink. This is a very challenging color to have started with, y'all. Okay, while I search for the last 2 stitches, I'm gonna make you guys do your next poll. And there's gonna be 8 color options this time. I'm gonna stay away from the white and the black for the moment because that's no fun. That's 8. Do we still have 9? Oh no, I'm sorry. We have 9. We have 9. We don't have 10. We had 10 before. There's 9. Okay, so same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me open the poll real quick. I have to edit the poll. That's how we do this. Holy cow, y'all. Jeez. We take 10 away. There we go. Start the poll. Leslie, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I posted some progress pics of my Gengar and tagged you so you can see it. Oh, thank you. Wayward Crew, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you for your thoughts. No problem. Sorry if I kind of babble as I explain things. Like, I try really hard to make myself coherent, but like for the life of me, like it's in my head and it just doesn't come out of my mouth the way that it's in my brain. Babble away. I will continue to babble away. That's like all I do. Black Cat Jade, I'm doing good. I just got my hair done, so I have fresh color for my concert in 1 week, actually 2 weeks. Oh, that's awesome. I haven't done my hair in way, way too long, so my roots are obnoxious right now. It's actually part of the reason I keep wearing my beanie is because when I'm wearing my beanie, this looks intentional. Your patterns are beautifully done. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okay. A Good Leaf, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. A Good Leaf, that's such a good screen name. Like, top tier screen name right there. Headlands, thank you so much for the roses. No, it made sense. You're fine. Okay, good. I'm glad somebody can understand my babbling nonsense. I don't even understand literally, I'm talking and like I start hearing it like play back in my head and I'm like, oh my God, what are you even saying right now? If I have to open up the pattern and search for this, I'm going to be extremely disappointed in myself for not being able to find it. Oh, I found one. Oh, it's in the eyes. Okay, it's part of the eyes. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay. As soon as you guys finish voting on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did find the last 2 of this. I lost my highlighter. Okay. While you guys are doing the poll, I'm going to look for my highlighter, which I misplaced on the other side of my desk. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go search for a new one, and I took my old one with me and I set it down somewhere, but I didn't find a new one, so I just misplaced my old one. Okay, here we go. I am grace and agility and talent all in one super clumsy package. Okay. I'm gonna highlight those 2, and that one, and that one, and that one, and then I'm gonna highlight the eyeballs even though we haven't done them yet, but then I'll be able to find them again and I won't lose them. MB Saldana, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Hi. How you doing, Twinessa? What color are we stitching next, guys? This one was anticlimactic in that it only had 7 stitches in it. Although I will say, the nice thing about this pattern is because there are so many colors, like, there's a decent chance we'll get through, a few polls and a few, like, stuff, depending on, like, how, like, if you guys pick a color that's got, like, 600 stitches, then it's going to take a while actually, that's the white. We're not doing that one tonight. There's a couple that have, like, several hundred, but for the most part, like, a lot of these are, like, 100 or less stitches, so, like, we could get through quite a few colors tonight, which could be fun. Great, anxious about work tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Being anxious about work sucks. Look at me remembering to drink water. Today was the only day I could get in at work for my coworker to do it, so I'm so happy. Oh, that's awesome. I need to find somebody to do my hair here in Maryland now that I've moved, because I had a hairstylist or a hair salon person. I don't know what the terminology is. I'm not good at this. I had somebody back in California, but I don't live there anymore. And I won't be back in California until probably June-ish. I don't really want to wait that long, but if I have to, I will make an appointment when I go back in June. If I could quit, I would. I mean, I have definitely had jobs like that where, like, I would have quit if I could. For sure. I need another day of the weekend. I want a relaxed day. Yes, please. Can we take this to a national level vote where we can, like, oh my gosh, where we can, like, get another day, an extra day in the weekend, like, work 4 days, get 3 days off. Okay. You guys have a 4-way tie. I didn't know that that was possible, but our 4-way tie is for 2, 3, 5, and 7. So I'm going to pull away everything else. 2, 3, 5, and 7. So 2, 3, 5, and 7. We are going to do some Ducky Dice of Destiny. We've got 4 colors, and we've got a D4 somewhere in here. Okay. So, for those of you that don't know, the Ducky Dice of Destiny are these amazing dice that have rubber duck inclusions in them, and I love them to bits, and you cannot convince me that they aren't the most amazing dice on the planet. They all have rubber ducks in them, except for the D4. The D4 has little duck feet. So, this is a 1. 2 duck feet is a 2. 3 duck feet is a 3, and a full rubber duck is a 4. So, we are going to do our roll off, if I can get this in the frame for both cameras. Alright, what do we got? Oh, we got a full ducky. We got a full ducky. So that's a number 4. So, this is going to be our next color. The rest of these, get back in the box. So this will be our next color in a minute. I'm going to, like, put him up there. I still have to stitch the last 2 little dotties in the eyeball. Oh, actually, I can't put him right now. There, he'll get lost as I do this. All right, hold on. Go down 40 over 10. 10, 20, 30, 40 over 10. We're at this spot. We're going to go over 2 more. And down 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I know some people think that I'm crazy with the grids, but, like, this is why. It would be too much counting if I had to, like, count off of other stuff. I would for sure mess it up. Sorry to be feeling. Oh, yeah. Try and Smart Style. They're located in Walmart's. They're cheap and good. I work in one. I don't know. Like, do they handle knowing how? Like, I've actually never seen a hairdresser in a Walmart before, like, in California. Then again, I haven't been to a Walmart here yet, so, like, I don't know. But do they do, like, bright colors? And do they know how to handle, like, my hair is really, really fine, so if the hairdresser doesn't know what they're doing and doesn't know how to do it really, really well, my hair will literally start breaking off or falling out. Because, like, my hair is not good quality. I have low quality hair. I'm aware of this. That grid is pretty neat. Aw, thank you. I was totally wondering how you knew where to start. The grid is genius. I just do it in pencil. I do it on the back of every single one of my pieces. I've never had an issue with it. I know some people are like, oh, I don't do grids because I could see them through the piece. Unless you're backlighting your piece, I've literally never had a problem, like, seeing the marks through the cloth. 1, 2, wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And if you were worried about it, you could always get, like, a washable marker and do it with, like, washable marker or something like that. I don't know. Those are my thoughts. Between Saturday and Sunday. Call it Saturday. Nice. Maybe I missed it. What are you stitching? I'm stitching Sylveon today. So, I know this looks chaotic, but it's because they get to vote on what colors I stitch next, and they have no idea, like, how many stitches or where the stitches are located. All they know is what color it is. And so I assume you guys pick it based on, like, what colors you guys like and stuff, which, like, I mean, that's how I would pick it. Actually, let me set that one aside so I don't accidentally put that in the poll again. There we go. All right, so this is what you guys just voted on for us to stitch next. I don't even know if I've used this color before. Moho, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, we've got some Pokemon gaming going on in the chat over on the Purple app. A Whalmer appears. Oh my gosh. It would take going to the salon and asking, I know I do fashion colors and have fine hair. You don't have a trainer pass yet. Oh yeah. You got a Tepig? Tepig is so cute. I know Outlooks are the same company. They're a bit more pricey. I mean, yeah. Like, I was literally going to, like, a private salon before, so. It's... You caught the Whalmer! Very nice. Very nice. You can use a friction pen for the grid. Heat should remove the grid. I have heard some people say that when they use the friction pens, if the piece gets cold again, the pen marks show back up. I have never tested out a friction pen before, but yeah, if you iron your piece afterward, the friction pen should remove, but I don't know about like the heat showing, or the pen marks showing back up once, if it gets cold. But I have heard that that's like a thing. Supposedly. 223. Oh! Looking for the little heart symbol. Wait, what heart symbol? Which one? Oh yeah, there's another one. Okay, we're good. Okay. Alright, we're gonna start up here. How many is this color too? Oh, there's 60. Okay. We've got an okay number of this color. Priscilla, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Do I need to type Pokestart and like figure out what my starter Pokemon is? Like, do I need to play with you guys in the chat over there? I feel like I might need to. I might need to find out what they think my starter Pokemon should be. Do you have a video on how you make your grid? It looks so neat. Thank you. I am working on making a video tutorial series. I am hoping to start releasing those soon. But I am stressed out about like video editing and like stuff like that. I've never done anything like that before, and so I'm a little bit nervous to like jump into that, but it is something that like I am absolutely planning on doing. Hold on, let me count. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Is that right? Yes. But yeah, I am planning on making a video tutorial series where I talk through like how to cross stitch, but also how to do things like make grids and the way that I tie my knots in the back so that they stay nice and tight against the Ida cloth for people who like tying knots. I know that not everybody is in the knot tying camp with cross stitching, and that's okay, to each his own. I don't always tie knots, but I do if my piece is going to be staying in a hoop, basically. But yeah, I that is one of the videos that I do plan on making. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that, good leaf. I would love tutorial videos. Okay, yes. I'm definitely like, I have my how-to guide um, that I wrote. But basically I want to like turn that into like video format, like short form little videos that like you can just watch like the little short videos on whatever portion you need help with. So like if you just want to make your grid, like I'll make a short video about how to make the grid. If you just want like just like all the different steps and pieces basically. What's the biggest piece you've ever stitched? That is, I have a sort of complicated answer to that. The most complicated piece that I've ever stitched was the blue space pattern. If you search blue space cross stitch pattern online, it will pop up. It's a free pattern online. It's a confetti stitch galaxy pattern, and it is stunning. It's absolutely stunning. And I do have some videos in my cross stitch playlist on TikTok that show off me making it and stuff. I made it for my daughter for, I think, her 7th birthday. I think it was her 7th birthday. I could be wrong. Anyway, because she wanted to be an astronaut. She doesn't anymore, but that's okay. That was a 9-inch hoop. So this is an 8-inch hoop. It's pretty big. That was a 9-inch hoop, and it literally filled every single stitch. And even putting it into a 9-inch hoop, like the stitches complete, like there was no white showing anywhere, even up to the edge. Like the stitches got hidden by the edge of the hoop. It took me an entire year to do. But as far as like technically the biggest piece that I've stitched, it was 3.5 feet tall and 1.5 feet wide, but it did not have every single piece. It was like little emojis almost. But it was like a big tapestry thing. It was gorgeous. It was for a fandom that I'm no longer a part of. And I got about 75% of the way done with it before I realized how problematic the creator of that fandom was, and so I bowed out of that fandom and got rid of the piece before I finished it. But technically that's the biggest piece that I've ever worked on, and I honestly don't know which had more stitches between the two of them, like a 9-inch completely filled piece or the other one where it was like all the little characters and stuff as like little like chibi characters. What am I doing tonight? I'm working on Sylveon. So yeah, we do Pokemon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And over 2. There we go. But yeah, blue space is absolutely amazing, but I will say, even though it's a free pattern, it is definitely not a beginner pattern. Please do not attempt it if you have never done cross stitch before. It is forgiving in some ways because it's a confetti pattern. If you put a stitch in the wrong place, it's not a big deal. However, it is intense. It is a very, very, very work intense project. And it can be very, very frustrating. And it also takes a lot of colors. I want to say, I don't even remember. I want to say it was like 27 or 30 colors, something like that. But I can't remember 100%. So don't quote me on that. Nope. That one. Yes. There we go. How do you create your patterns? I use Max Stitch, but I have also used PC Stitch Pro in the past. If you have Windows, PC Stitch Pro. If you have a Mac, Max Stitch. Those are the programs that I personally recommend and that I have worked with. There are definitely other programs out there, and there are definitely free programs out there because neither of those is a free program. Those are both pay to play. Those are just the two that I happen to have worked the most with. I have tried some free applications and stuff like that before. I haven't had very much luck with them. I don't tend to like them as much. They don't do the things that I want them to do. Or if they do, they just do them worse. So those two programs are the ones that I tend to recommend. I saw one of your videos when I'm dying laughing the one with the booms on the cake. Oh my god. I am no longer using the kitty stand. That was like a one night thing. I have now solved the problem by having a little side table over on this side to hold the boom stand for the TikTok camera. The boom stand for the Purple app camera is attached to my table now in front of me. But yeah, that was, he wouldn't move. And then like immediately after I was done filming that, and like, then his sister came over and joined. And then like on the live stream that night, they kept like jumping all over it and like banging into the cameras repeatedly. Like it was absolute chaos. And like I couldn't even, like it did not work well. It did. 10 out of 10, do not recommend attaching your camera stands to your kittens, your 6-month-old twin kittens, scratching post, whatever, kitty playground jumble gym. What is your Etsy shop name? Ink and Thread Designs. The URL code is Ink Thread Designs. I also have a link to it through my bio if that is easier for you. Where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, it was like, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna do this tonight. And yeah, luckily my partner is wonderful, and he was like, yeah, this is probably not gonna work for you. I'll build you this little table and you can use this. And I was like, thank you, I love you. Like, it's been, since we moved, it's been like an absolute chaotic amount of furniture building. Like even today, he built a couch from, I mean, IKEA, and like another chair. Like we've been building so much furniture. It's too much. I'm ready to be done building furniture. 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yes. Here we go. Okay. What is my starter Pokemon? I already have a pass. Who's my How do I have a pass? Who's my starter Pokemon? How do I have a Pokepass? Hold on. I think. Is that how I see what I have? That's fantastic. That doesn't tell me my Pokedex. Who's in my Pokedex? Can I see that? Is there a code for that? I'm gonna guess it would just be that. Yeah, I have 1, but it doesn't tell me what it is. That's not helpful, game. I don't know who my starter is. Who do I have? How am I supposed to... A wild not to appear. that's what we've got so far for this color. Where are the rest of them? Just kind of scattered. Cool. You guys are very much challenging me tonight with, I'm glad I do, how do you see your Pokemon in game? I don't understand. Hello. I'm gonna go over to 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. We're gonna go down. 10, 20, no. 10, 15, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then back up 1, 2, 3. It won't show what Pokemon you have to others in the chat. Oh. Okay. I'll mess with it later and figure it out. I'm not sure where you view the extension. I can't stream myself. Yeah, that's okay. It's not like super important or anything. I was just curious. I feel like every time I go to stream, like there's some portion of something that I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm making it up as I go. It'll be fine. Oh, shoot, 4. I can count, maybe 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now I have 2, yes. I'm working on Sylveon today. We just started. So we just have like kind of some scattered little bits and pieces to start with. Do you always do all of that color? I cross this as well, but I don't normally stop around that much. So normally when I'm just stitching for myself, yes, I do kind of do all of one color at once. But when I'm live streaming, stitching Pokemon, I let y'all vote on what color I'm gonna be stitching next. So this is the color you voted on, or maybe not you personally, but the chat voted on. And so because of that, I don't say like when I'm doing it myself, I would start with like an outline color, and then I would be like, oh, this color has like a big block, so I'm gonna do this color next, and then oh, like this color is touching it, so I'll do that. And so I kind of like work my way across a piece like that. But when I'm live streaming, I am at your mercy, and it challenges me and my cross stitching and counting abilities to to do the best I can. But yeah, no, normally if I were making the decisions, I would never have started with these colors ever. Priscilla, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope you have a fantastic evening. I'm losing my page. More hearts down there. $50 down and 20 over 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 10, 20 gets me to there. And there. And then we're going to be going over 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to be going down 50, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then down 2. Finished Flareon. Is this Leafeon? I finished Flareon, and then the next one that was voted on was Sylveon. So we are starting Sylveon. I know it was a tie originally between Leafeon and Sylveon, and the people in the chat over on the Purple app did my tiebreaker, and they voted for Sylveon. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got Sylveon. Ah! Okay, this is very short. Let's hope I don't drop it. I always start next to my middle mark. I've never graphed my pieces with marking the packaging. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do make a middle mark to start my graph. But I never actually, I don't think I've ever stitched off of the middle mark. I don't know why. Like, I understand the point of it. I just, like, have literally never done it. I usually start near a corner or near an edge of the piece. But yeah, I always graph the backs of my pieces. Working the back is so smart. Aw, thank you. I'm glad everyone is like pro graph tonight. Like sometimes in my lives people are like, why would you do that? And I'm like, well, to each his own. That's my middle mark, by the way. Where's my cup? I lost my cup. My little cuppy doo that holds all of my scrappies. Oh, for the love of bananas. That doesn't belong there. That doesn't belong there. Why did I just do that? What in the blazes am I doing? Okay, all of that has to come out. None of this is in the right spot. I counted the wrong direction, y'all. This is what happens when I can't read charts properly. I'm just gonna snip these little taggy guys off and we're gonna frog. Luckily it's just a couple stitches. Last time I had to frog, it was like 100 stitches and it was brutal and I was sad. Okay, we're gonna try this again, and I'm gonna do it properly this time. Frog, frog, frog. Holy freaking crap. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm losing my mind. That was like the tiniest little piece of it. What the heck did I do? I don't even know how I did that. Alex, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Do you always knot when starting or stopping, or do you usually cast under to finish? I will knot the back of my piece if it is going to stay in a hoop when I'm finished with it, because it's easier for me. If it is going to be put in a picture frame, like with glass on the front or whatever, then I will feed it under the other threads. So it just depends on what I'm doing with the finished piece. All of the Pokemon pieces stay in their hoops and they go up on a big hoop wall that I have of Pokemon. So these ones I just do knots on the back. But yeah. So that's kind of my personal method for like determining what I'm doing. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Between the eyeballs, 20 over and 50 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. I'm in the right spot. We are going to go over one that direction and down one. Okay, this is accurately placed. I don't know what the crap I did. Okay, that one is in the right place. We're gonna tie it off. I prefer starting in the corner too. Aw, nice. Owls are pals. Oh, that's a cute name. I choose to start mine in the upper left corner, but now I'm all over the place because I got Pattern Keeper. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I almost always try and start in the upper left corner, and then I kind of work my way down from there. Occasionally, I will start in a different corner based on the pattern. If it seems like it would be significantly easier to start in a different corner for some reason, then I will, but I tend to try to start up in the upper left-hand corner. The Sylveon, I absolutely would have started on in the top left corner if I wasn't letting the rest of all of you decide for me what I'm doing. But I choose chaos, so we're going chaos. Okay. I think what I did is I put the 2 single stitches in the right spot, and then when I like branched off to do like those other little 3 that were like sitting off, I like jumped over to here instead of like keeping them with their buddy. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Okay, this is literally on the same line. It's just 31, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's not on the same. What the hell is wrong with me? I can't read a pattern tonight. Okay. 35 over and 1 row down. 10, 20, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Holy bananas, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. Hi. Oh, you brought me tea. Thank you. Love you. I love how it always turns out beautiful, even though we all do it a little differently. Yes, and that's what I tell people all the time. Like, as I'm teaching new people how to cross stitch, I always tell people, like, there's literally like 100 different ways to do every single step of this process, and it literally doesn't matter which way you choose to do it. You pick what works for you. There is no right way to cross stitch. The only right way or best way to cross stitch is the right way or best way for you. So if it works for you, do it. You don't need to do things the way that I do them just because I do them that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is supposed to go over here. I don't know why I put it over there last time. My brain is made of applesauce. And I got a knot on my back. Seriously? Come on. Come on out now. Can I coax you out, please? Come on. I know you can untangle if you just try. Just try. There you go. Thank you. I have a friend who avoids backstitching. It's my favorite part. I mean, I know there's so many people who don't like backstitching. I don't write any backstitching onto my Pokemon patterns, but I do have a bookmark pattern that I'm about to release that is all backstitching. It's black work. It's black work actually, but it's this one. And I have a few other like designs that they all say read across them. But they like, I have some with like some different backstitching designs. This is one of my favorite things that I've ever made. I've used this for years, as my bookmark, and I love it so much. But before I release it, I'm doing some testing on like how to finish the back a little bit differently, because this one I literally didn't. That's the back of it. I didn't do anything to it. I literally tied like I did knots on the back because you can't really feed under when you're doing black work. Or at least I can't. I'm not skilled enough for that. And I knew it was gonna get some pretty heavy wear because it's a bookmark. So I'm doing some testing for like how to add fabric so it like has a nice finished back to it. So once I figure out like how to write up the find your own path. Exactly. So once I figure out like how I like to finish the back of that, and then write it up as like part of the tutorial for that particular piece, then I'm gonna add those to the shop as well. But yeah. Pretty sure this is Stardew Valley. Yeah, this is definitely Stardew Valley. I'm going to lose my mind. That's my middle stitch. And these are above my middle stitch. They should be below my middle stitch. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Is my middle stitch in the wrong place? What the hell did I do? Did I grid this wrong? It should be 89 tall. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I did an extra 10 on top. I literally don't know what I'm doing right now. Apparently I have lost all abilities to know how to cross stitch. Okay, when I'm done with this color, I'm overwriting y'all and I'm not giving you a chance to vote, and I'm gonna do some of my outline work because then I won't have to count off of my grid anymore. How did I do this? From here, I should have that one, and then I should have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I apparently just added a whole extra 10 to this freaking piece. And it will probably fit in a 7-inch hoop and not a freaking 8-inch hoop. I'm gonna drink some tea for a second and calm myself down. I based everything off of the top, so I should be fine. My middle mark is off, and I have an extra 10 stitches at the bottom of my piece for some unknown reason. So far, I've been counting off of my top left corner. So I'm all good on that. But I was about to count off of my middle and realized it's not my middle any longer. I'm okay. I'll be fine. I'm just gonna sit here and slowly lose my mind on camera. Don't worry, guys. I will chronicle my descent into madness. I sit here, I'm like, I'm a professional cross stitcher, and then I do this, and this just goes to show you, I've literally been cross stitching for 20 years. I've been doing this for 20 years, y'all, and yet still, I do crap like this. How's the move going? The move is good. We've been moved. We've been here for about 3 weeks now. And we are not fully unpacked. Most of our furniture has been built. There's a couple, like, 1 or 2 little pieces that are, like, kind of insignificant, like, stuff that isn't, like, super important. But all the like, important stuff has been put together. All of the important stuff has been unpacked. Like, I have, like, my craft area. Like, this is not at all fully set up on the way it's gonna be. Like, I want stuff on the walls. I want things on the walls. I've been stitching for 34 years and stuff like this still happens. I'm convinced that it doesn't matter how long I cross stitch. I'm always gonna pull crap like this every once in a while. Like, I'm a mess tonight. Like, I literally stitched these over here when they weren't supposed to, and, like, I'm off by, like, 10 stitches on the back. Like, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be just fine. It's gonna look great. It's gonna finish the way I caught this, and then I caught the other issue. It's gonna be fine. But yeah, shit like this happens. Where do you get your stand? I use the Loops and Threads craft stand from Michaels. I actually have a link to it in my bio if you want to just, like, go straight to the Michaels website for the exact one that I use. I highly recommend using a coupon. They give you, like, 40-50% off coupons all the time. Like, use one. I think they like, full price for this is like $50. If you can get it for like $25 or $35, like, do that. What do? I, a novice, would junk it and start anew. So because all of these stitches, I started by counting at this top corner and I worked from there, it's gonna be fine. It's literally just, like, shifted up. The pattern isn't gonna be messed up. Just, I cannot count off of my midpoint. I just have to continue counting from this top pattern. Basically, I just have an extra row of 10 down here on the bottom. That's it. There's nothing wrong with it because I've been counting from this same spot to place all of these stitches. Crazy how fast it goes. Can't believe it's already been 3 weeks. Me too. Like, to some extent, like, it feels like we've been here a lot longer. But we're now at the phase where, like, we're getting a little stir crazy because we also don't know anyone here yet and we haven't, like, met anyone. Partially that's because I homeschool my kids, I work from home, my partner works from home, and, like, none of the, like, because it's winter, none of the kids' activities have started up. So, like, we went to the aquatic center and we're like, hey, can we get our kids signed up for swim? And they're like, oh, the swim signups don't open up until the middle of February. And we're like, and that's just the signups. That's not even, like, the classes. So, sorry, I needed a sip of tea. So we're just like, how do we make friends when introverts? Because we are definitely introverts. All of us. Well, not all of us. Me and my partner are definitely introverts. 1, 2, okay. And we're gonna go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here we go. This is going to be a little stitch. Should be on the same row as the eyeballs. Yes, it is. Yep, that's going to be just fine. We will... It's going to be fine. Why I love cross stitching on TikTok. Watching my slow descent into madness as I make repeated mistakes on this, even though, like, I know better and I shouldn't B. I'm here to entertain. Is it working? Who needs friends? If I don't have friends, then the only people I talk to are my partner and my 6 and 8-year-old child. And yeah, we need friends. I'm frogging because I used the wrong shade of red. Oh, that's the worst. Frogging is the worst. My shirt says it's way too people-y out there. I think I have a shirt that says that as well. That's like basically my whole vibe is like I'd rather be at home stitching or reading or like just being by myself for the most part instead of being around other people. Unless I'm like swing dancing. I really like swing dancing. But there's no places near me now that offer swing dancing. So like if I went somewhere, it would be like a 45-minute drive, which is kind of a haul for me. Okay. So I'm starting at this one. Nope, I'm starting off the inside. Let's do that properly. Going down to the next 10. And then down one more. That's my next little pinky stitch. I have a Snoopy shirt that says I'm allergic to people. Oh my god, I need that. I need an allergic to people shirt. Very entertaining, makes me feel better that I'm a hot mess over here. I'm on Twitch because it's hard to make friends as introverted adults. I am 100% a hot mess. Like 100% of the time. I like legit. I am clumsy and I am constant like I don't need a band-aid tonight, so like that's good. I had a band-aid on my thumb for like 2 weeks because I cut it open and like I'm a mess. I cannot get my shit together. I don't want to show like this looks like sort of put together and organized. Immediately off camera is a pile of crap that I haven't put away. Behind the monitor is a pile of stuff that I don't know what to do with and or haven't put away. There's Box Mountain piled against the wall. We've been calling it Box Mountain because it's literally just a mountain of boxes that we haven't gotten to unpacking yet. I'm a walking disaster. I do not have my shit together. And if I tell you that I have my shit together, 100% I'm lying. 100% it's like that false confidence, fake it till you make it, coming through. And yeah, I social media because, well, I don't social media. I TikTok and Purple app because I legit don't know how to make friends in real life. I'm not good at it. We're your friends now. Aw, yay. Shannon, what are we making? I'm just seeing you on my FOP. We are making Sylveon. Believe it or not, this is a Sylveon. I know it does not look at it at the moment. This is an ear. This is the edge of another ear over here. This is going to be the scarf coming off here. This is like coming into the tail. This is the bottoms of its eyes. And this is the very center of its little bow tie. It does not look anything like Sylveon yet because we just started out. But we will get there. Eventually. Eventually. Also, I keep making mistakes tonight. So, forgive me for those. I love swing dancing. I go every week. I used to go every week. Back in California, I had a really good group of swing dancing friends, and we used to dance like 2 to 3 times together a week. We would have like swing nights at each other's houses like once a month. And it was so great. And then COVID happened, and like the swing scene is just starting to like form back up over there. And they're all going to the Avalon Ball this year, and I can't go because I'm here. And I'm not going to be able to make it back out to California I think it's in like May. So that's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. KWB, oh my gosh, that's so many letters. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate you. Tracy Elizabeth, thank you for the follow, I appreciate you too. What is Purple app? TWITCH. I can't say the words because Clock Daddy gets mad if you remind people that other spaces exist. So you work backwards on the grid compared to your design. I do. I flip it so that when I'm looking at it on this side, it matches. So yeah, on my design, the extra 2 rows are actually going to be on the right-hand side of my design. So I flip it back to front, but not top to bottom. Nosy Rosie, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Allison, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you too. Oh my gosh, does that mean we're halfway, you just donated 2,000 to the Let's Play Game Challenge? Does that mean we're like halfway there? Took me a minute the first time you said the purple app. Yeah, purple app is you. you are the purple app, Thea. What are you making today? Hi, Amber. We are making Sylveon. It doesn't look like Sylveon, but it will at some point. If I can stop making mistakes. I don't know what I'm doing today. You guys picked like some of the hardest colors for me to start with because they're just a smattering, just like a light little dusty smattering of them all across. Okay, 10 over and 1, 2, 3, 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. There's this guy right up here. That's what? Hold on. Hold on. I'm slowly losing my mind. That doesn't belong there. That 10, 20. Remember how I said I was off by 10 stitches? It's this. It's this whole block right here. This whole block is wrong. This stuff, I didn't go far enough down. But this stuff I did. So not only did I make this too tall, I then, oh my God, I am so tired. How have I made so many mistakes? Okay, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna frog the whole top half of this and move it all 10 stitches down, and it's gonna be okay. Actually, I think these pieces might be okay. I literally think it's just this right in here that's off by 10. Actually, it might not even be all of it. It might not even be all of it, y'all. Like, good lord, what am I? No, it is. It is all of it. Oh my freaking good lord. Oh. Pigeon Pantaroos and Jesse, thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate you so much. We feel your pain. I just showed up. Yeah, right across this plastic canvas cross stitch. Thank you guys for showing up. I'm a mess and I'm gonna need to do some frogging, but first I have to figure out what I messed up, where I messed it up, and how I need to fix it. So for those of you who are new and you're like, hey, when I mess up, what the heck do? You could choose to just throw it away and start completely fresh. I'm not gonna do that because I'm stubborn. So I'm gonna fix this. It's gonna take me a minute, and this doesn't have, my tea does not have adult juice in it, and I might need to add some at this point. Oh my lord. Okay, let's, okay, we're gonna go one little bit at a time. This should be, that is for sure wrong on every count. This is coming out. All right, so I'm just snipping the little knots that I made on the back here. And then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to frog these stitches. So because I snipped the little knots, when I just tug on these little bits, they should just start to unpeel one direction. And then we're going to unpeel the other. And there we go. The whole thing popped out. Okay. What else is wrong? 10, 20. This should be in the 30 box. 10, 20. Yep, it's not. Okay, so this blue, also wrong. That's literally the first thing I stitched, guys. I don't know where the heck my brain is tonight. So again, I'm just going to be snipping these little doodly-doos. Luckily, I didn't get very far in this, so like the frogging shouldn't be too bad. If you get too far and like before you catch it and you've like stitched other colors like side by side with each other, it might be a little difficult to frog. What is frogging? Frogging is pulling the stitches back out because you have to rip it. It started as a joke, but frogging is pulling the stitches back out. I'd bring the bottom up, less stitches. The problem is that these stitches were too close to the top, so if I were to just bring these up, I would also have to take this out of the hoop, add 10 more stitches to the top of it, and re-hoop the entire thing. So I'm determining that I don't like re-hooping. That's what I don't want to do. So yeah, these stitches were literally too close to the top. They were supposed to be a whole nother 10 stitches down. So it really depends on, like, if you don't mind re-hooping, by all means, that is absolutely a valid way to go about this. And that is a way that I could have fixed this, is just taking these few out and then moving them up. But actually hooping pieces hurts my hands. And so if I can avoid re-hooping a piece until I'm finishing, I will do that. Okay, so these couple stitches in here. Yeah, all of this, yep, all needs to be frogged as well. This was all one continuous piece, so we're gonna snip the beginning and the end. Okay, so the end was way down here, so we're gonna start here. The one thing with frogging is you kind of have to remember the order that you stitched in as well. Because it's kind of impossible to tell where the stitches started and stopped, or like where they went next. My allergies are starting to act up. Oh, I ended up here, that's right, because I went back and then back. Okay. I'm doing your work. It really sounds like grip it when you pull out a lot of crochet stitches at a time. Yeah, if you're crocheting, yeah. I think like pretty much every fiber art that I've been a part of, frogging is ripping stitches out. And yeah, crochet and knitting is so easy to frog. Cross stitching is definitely like the most time intensive to frog because you have to pull each stitch out individually. Unless you're using a like a sewing seam ripper, which I don't have handy access to right now. I should just keep one in my freaking cross-stitching box. But it's packed somewhere with my sewing machine that I haven't unpacked yet. Somewhere at the bottom of Box Mountain. Which one did I do first? Is it you or is it you? Let me look at the back. Oh, heck. That's why. Stitched into yourself. There you go. Now you should come out easier. There we go. Do do do. And as you're frogging, like if this piece gets too long and unwieldy, just snip it short. Because you can't really reuse this anyway. I'm gonna have to use a new piece. Okay. And down. And it's getting fluffy again. Okay. Almost done with this one. For me, the start of the piece is always where I'm more likely to make a mistake. Ah! Sorry, y'all. Okay, you know what? I'm turning that alarm off because it does that every single time. And every single time I'm like, I really need to remember to turn that alarm off so it just stops doing that. And there, it will never do it again. I apologize. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, those stitches actually belong there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And those stitches belong there. Okay, so it was just this side over here that was just a hot frickin' mess of not knowing where they belonged. Okay, so that's not too bad. Not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And now we can replace some of those in a more appropriate manner. And Clucky, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Right. Let's try this one more time, shall we? All right. We're going to count off of the other stitches because then at least they'll be good relative to each other. Okay, we're going to go up to the line. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So from the inside corner, yes, up to the line, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 more. That gets us to the bottom right corner of this little one. From this corner, we're going 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Right. You surprised me? Oh, how did I surprise you? Was it a good surprise? I hope it was a good surprise. I'm working on cross stitch for a few days again. Oh, that's awesome. Here we go. All right. Let's hope I don't make any more ridiculous mistakes, because for real, the number of mistakes I've made on this pattern so far has made it's Sylveon might be on par with Muck right about now, except Muck I actually did have to toss out. There was no way I could fix the mistakes I made on that one. I had to completely ditch it and start over, which was really annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. It was, I was talking to my mom and her name. Oh, oh, hello. shoebox?
Yeah.
Thank you. I sneezed earlier. So now I'm lost my clue. Thank you. Okay. All the way over 1, 2, 3, and it comes up on 4. Comes up on 4. There we go. Here. I'm going to grab that other blue color and throw those couple stitches in, and we'll come back to this pink. If I can reach it, because I put it over there. Okay, there we go. Oh boy. Have you ever seen the small chairs? Some are in the shape of fruit. Small chairs in the shape of fruit. I'm not sure I understand what all of those words mean together. So I'm just gonna say it's a safe bet that the answer is no. Lacey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. What kind of holder do you have? I use the Loops and Threads craft stand. I got it at Michael's. If you're looking for the same one, I have a link in my bio that takes you right to the Michael's website for the exact same one that I have. I highly recommend buying it with a coupon because they have a lot of like 40% off coupons. And yeah. Maya, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And I heard a dingy sound over here. Who? Hydrate? No. Owls. Owls are pals. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Okay. We're gonna go. Two little gap right there. It's an old book of cross stitch. No, I have not seen it. Oh my god, I'm gonna sneeze again. I ran out of one of my allergy meds, and apparently that's the one that was effective. I am on 3 other allergy meds, and Apparently they're not working. Stubborn Odin, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Okay. Let's get it right there. And hop back to pink. I think I only have like one book of needlework. I found it today. It's like the big book of needlework or something like that. And I honestly don't even know that I've ever used it. I feel like my mom maybe got it from me or something like that. But I don't know that I've ever actually used it. I don't embroider. I only cross stitch. I've tried embroidery. I want to like embroidery. I want to do embroidery. I love watching other people do embroidery. I think it's amazing. I think it's beautiful. I will sit and watch people stitch, but I don't have the patience for it, which I recognize doesn't make a lot of sense because I do cross stitching and this is ungodly time consuming as well. But there's something about embroidery that like my brain doesn't want to do it. I've tried so many times. If it's not just like straight back stitching or chain stitching, like that's it. Embroidery's totally different beast, I agree. Yeah. They're both needlework, like I get that. Like theoretically, they should be the same. They should access the same part of your brain. Your brain should be able to handle both of those things fairly equally, but like nope. Not at all. Also, like cross stitch, people have asked me like, oh, what's the difference between cross stitch and embroidery? And I always say like, it's the difference between like making a mosaic and painting a picture. Like they're just, you could be portraying the same subject, but how it comes together and what it looks like at the end are going to be just very different. The right, Jerome, thank you for sharing the live. I really appreciate that. It's like comparing knitting to crochet. Yeah, exactly. Like it's the same thing. But again, a lot of people like they look at knitting and they look at crochet and they go, you're making a very similar thing, or like it can look almost exactly the same depending on the stitching you use. And yet it's a completely different beast. I never really took to knitting, but I did crochet for a while. And I can't anymore. When I have to hold things with my last two fingers, it sets off the arthritis in my hands. So I do cross stitch because I use these fingers. Okay, now that I've fixed my nonsense, and things are, looking the way they should look now, we can move on to doing some new stitches. I sent it to my father because he cross stitches. Oh, that's awesome. I've done embroidery, but yeah, I don't have the patience either. It's a lot slower. I don't know what, like it feels so much slower to me. Like I don't know. I like that I know I can do cross stitch and it will look like the pattern no matter what. Embroidery feels more chaotic. Yes, like it's like doing a paint by numbers versus like freestyle painting. Like I'm much more comfortable with knowing exactly what my end product is gonna look like. Even when I mess it up and I have to fix it. All right, let's continue to just chaos this. Okay, this is gonna be 20 over and 70 down. 20, and we're gonna go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. That will get us to that square, and we're gonna go over. One, two, three, four. And then up 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's our next little one. Okay, we're gonna look up. You're gonna be one stitch over. We're gonna move across. You're gonna be, yeah, I think that's in the right spot. Let's hope it is, because I prefer not to have to frog anymore. It's embarrassing. At least it's embarrassing to have to do it on, you know, live. I knit, crochet, and spin. Oh, that's awesome. I had to give up crochet. I haven't knitted in years, and I've never done spinning, but I feel like I've always kind of wanted to. It's like printed cross stitch. I could never get that to look good. The first cross stitch I ever did was a printed cross stitch, and I messed it up so badly I had to throw the entire thing away. And I've never tried printed again. I have only ever done counted since then for 20 years. That, and there's fewer types of stitches with cross stitch: full, half, quarter, 3/4, all base. Yeah, exactly. And then there's like back stitching and stuff, but like even that, like it's all very simple and straightforward. Yeah, they're all variations on like the same thing. I feel like crochet is like that too. Like knitting, there's like so many different stitches and so many different ways to do stuff, but like crochet, it can be broken down into like 4 steps. Where you put the needle, and then yarn over and pulling out, like, or like pulling it back through, and like how many you pull it through. Like every crochet stitch, it can be broken down into those basic moves, and that's, you know, that's it. Except French knots. I can't even with French knots. Do you have trouble with French knots? My allergies are so bad. Never thought of gridding the back instead of the front. Oh, I always grid the backs of mine. Today it bit me in the butt. I messed up my grid and then counted wrong on top of it. I'm a mess today, but yes, I've been gridding for like, I don't know, probably 15 of the 20 years that I've been cross stitching, and I will continue to grid the back of mine even when I mess it up on occasion. I don't like gridding the front of mine because then I don't want to have to try and get rid of the grid. If I grid the back of it, I just leave the grid, and it's. But hello. I never had any luck. Okay. I will make a video on as I pull my needle off my thing. Needle, stay there. I'll make a video on French knots because somebody taught me how to do it like a fail-safe way, and how to do French knots so that it's nice and tight to the thing. Lucy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And Wayward Kitty, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate you too. Okay. I am chaos tonight, and now my kitten is coming to be a part of the chaos. What are you doing, miss? You can't just stare into the flames. Like, that's so weird. When she sees that I light candles, she just goes and just stares into it. Do you see her over there, like, staring at the candle? Like, what's that? It's a candle, miss. Hey, do not jump in that box. That's an order that I'm putting together. Please don't. What are you staring at? You can't. Okay. I get that you're a black cat, but you don't need to be creepy. Hi, miss. Do you wash your floss before they start so they don't bleed? I don't tend to wash my pieces, so I do not wash my floss either, because mine just stay right in the hoops that I put them in. So I've never really had a problem with bleeding before. And Clucky, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. French knots do better for me with an extra wrap and come down in a different hole. So I do 2 wraps and I come down through the same hole. But somebody taught me how to do it in a way that they will always stay super tight to the piece and not be super weird. Menaces, kittens are menaces, especially when you try to stitch. Mine are pretty good about when I'm stitching, not messing with my thread and stuff, but they're both 6 months old, they're twins, and they are absolute menaces. They are chaos incarnate. I have a little black one named Wednesday and a black and white one named August, and they're adorable. I will give them that. They're adorable. They're the first cats that I've ever had. I've never had cats before. So 10, 20, and then we're going to go 80 down. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Yep, I totally made this wrong. That's okay. because I figured it out and we're just gonna make it work. Okay. Do you wash your floss before you start a project to keep it from bleeding? No, I don't wash my floss before I start a project. I've never had a problem with it bleeding before. So I've never felt the need to. I got two a little younger than that and two full ass adults. I have the two 6-month-olds. Oh gosh, they're 7 months old now, aren't they? September, October, November, December, January. They're 6.5 months. They'll be 7 months in like another week or two. Yeah, they're 6 months old and they are crazy. And I also have a 10-year-old dog, and she's just our little old lady. And we sort of got them because we wanted cats, and we sort of got them because my daughter had been begging for a cat, and we sort of got them because my dog needs the company. She's old and like she needed a friend. And so even though like she doesn't play with them because she's old, she still like enjoys them being around, and it helps her feel less stressed out. And she's got Addison's disease, so her adrenal glands don't function and make like the steroids that your body is supposed to make to help you calm down when you get stressed out. So she can literally stress herself out so much that she will die if she isn't like on a whole bunch of medication and stuff like that. So the cats help her stay at a normal baseline when we do have to leave the house. And luckily, me and my partner both work from home, so we don't have to leave the house very often. But, you know, sometimes you just gotta leave the house. The little ones are wild. They really are. They really, really are. Crazy Chilelli Crafter, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Interesting. I didn't know dogs could get Addison's. Yes, it is rare. It is definitely incredibly rare. But she does have Addison's. She's on a whole mess of medications for the Addison's. But she's doing much better since we got it diagnosed. It was incredibly difficult to get it diagnosed. It took over a year of me taking her to the vet and being like, she's got all of these weird symptoms that aren't adding up to anything definitive. And they like ran all the normal stuff. The problem is that until Addison's hits a certain level of severity, it's just generic symptoms that could be, you know, so many other things that like you're not going to run the really expensive Addison's specific test unless you have reason to believe it's Addison's. So she finally had an episode of Addisonian shock. And when she had her Addisonian shock episode, that's when they were like, oh my God, we know what this is. We know what's wrong with her. Bring her back here. We're going to run one more test. And we're positive it's going to come back positive. And it did. So. There's a super cute movie on Netflix about a dog with Addison's disease called Doggone. Aw, I didn't know that. Where's my tissues? Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go blow my nose in the bathroom so that you guys don't have to hear me blow my nose, because I'm weird like that. Just blah. I'll be right back. Kittens. Okay. I'm back. My house rabbit is obsessed with grabbing bobbins of thread and running away with them. Oh my gosh. That's fantastic. Makes sense. Horses, not zebras. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you see like a random slew of generic symptoms, you're gonna think horses. And then you see the Addisonian shock and you're like, aha, that horse has stripes. Zebra. Where did my pattern go? I set it down somewhere. Here it is. Courtney, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. What Pokemon are you cross-stitching? I am cross-stitching Sylveon. I almost finished with Sprigatito for my daughter's bedroom. Oh, that's super cute. When I played Pokemon Violet, I picked Sprigatito as my starter. My daughter is obsessed with cats. She was very, very happy that I had picked Sprigatito. Sir, what are you getting into down there? August, what have you stolen? My daughter's name is Scarlett. She's obsessed. Oh, that's so cute. Nerdy cross-stitching questions. Loop start and how do you store your floss? I do not loop start. I just tie knots. How do I store my floss? I store my floss on the little DNC bobbins, and then I store it in a big. Hold on. Let me see if I can show you. It's kind of intense. Okay, I'm gonna have to move this. And then I'm gonna have to move back. So, ow! There's a box there. I forgot there was a box there. Okay, I'm gonna move my chair. I have 2 minutes to get it out. I'm gonna move this gently out of the way. This is how I store my floss. This is a big scrapbooking container, and the stripes or whatever, like, that are like holding it in place. This is literally like cut up granola bar box that I cut into strips, so that I could fit as many in here as possible. And this is not all of them. I ran out of room in this, and I got a smaller one to hold the rest of it. So my smaller one is just 2 rows in a much smaller container. But yeah, so that is how I store my floss. And it's all on bobbins, and they all have the little sticker numbers on them so that I don't have to handwrite them. But yeah, that is how I store mine, and I have a massive amount. And yet I'm still missing 6 colors for this pattern that I don't have and I've never had. So I have to go to the store and buy 6 more colors so I can finish this pattern. I have a Cricut machine and found a template for bottoms and just had my machine cut out on card. Oh, that's awesome. I don't have a Cricut. Otherwise, I probably would have done something like that. I just bought packs of like 50 of the DMC bobbins. But yeah, I have a lot. I store mine in Ziploc snap bags with index cards, and then I have those in a plastic shoebox container, or 9 containers sorted by number. There's a 10th one for my Middle Earth math. That's awesome. Yeah, I feel, yeah, Ziploc snap. There's so many ways to store them. I'm in the very slow process of figuring out floss drops. I don't know how to like use those. I also don't understand how people store them on like clothespins. I have tried doing that, and for the life of me, I like get them so tangled up. It's a mess. So I've given up trying to do that. Okay, because I stood up, now I have to go to the bathroom because I think I've drank like 5 or 6 cups of tea today, and it's a problem. I will be right back. I apologize. I I've got 1,000 plastic bobbins on Amazon. They're surprisingly cheap and bulk. Yes, they are. I have better things to do with my time than bobbinate. Just do a couple at a time. It's okay. Oh my goodness. Kittens, you can't go in the bathroom. You may not. I had to hide my boots in the bathroom because the kittens, while they have stopped trying to steal, they don't try and play with my thread or steal my thread. They did start stealing the inserts out of my rain boots and running off with them. So I've started hiding my rain boots in the bathroom so that they can't get to them. I fell in love with floss drops because I don't have to keep cutting strands. I don't know if this bow will get up. Good evening. Hello, Evie fangirl. Currently they're stored with the project I'm working, so I haven't switched my full collection yet. What are we stitching today? We are stitching Sylveon. It's been a process today. Apparently I'm a mess. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. It'll be okay. I'll figure it out eventually. Okay, from this stitch, hold on, let me highlight. Okay, we've done that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and these little friends down here, and over here, that one, these guys, and you. Okay, there we go. Now it matches. Now I can see better. I have better things to do than bobbinate. So a part of the reason I prefer bobbinating, if that's the verb we're using, I like that, bobbinate, is because when I don't store them like this, I get them tangled. But yeah, if I don't store them this way, I do end up tangling them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blank ones in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blank ones in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We've counted it twice. We've made enough mistakes tonight. You put your whole skein size and then move it onto something to hold it, and then you pull one strand at a time. My favorite evolution. Aww. Yeah, you guys voted on it 2 days ago. Friday. God, I keep forgetting what day of the week it is. I have to keep reminding myself. Tomorrow's Monday. My birthday's on Tuesday. We made my birthday tart today. My partner was like, can you pick out like a birthday cake or like a birthday pie or something that you want? And I was like, sure. So I was like looking online and like trying to like find something that sounded good because, you know, Pinterest is just a rabbit hole. And I have to find something that's dairy-free because my kiddo and my partner are both allergic to dairy. And my partner's like, it's fine, you don't have to do something dairy-free. And I was like, no, like, I don't want to be the only one eating my birthday treat. Like, I want everyone to be able to participate in said treat. And so I found, like, a vegan blackberry chocolate tart. And I was like, let's do that. And we bought all the stuff for it before I'd bothered to read the instructions on how to make it. So that was a whole adventure today as we figured out how to make this thing. It does not look like the picture at all. This was definitely like one of those nailed it challenges. It was... It'll taste delicious. Oh, Vex. Okay, Vex just redeemed a finish a Pokemon hoop, which means I have to... Okay, these are my last 2 stitches with this color, I think. And then I'm gonna have to pause this, pull out a hoop, and finish another one. All right, give me a sec. Gotta highlight what I just did or I'll forget. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming sooner or later. All right. I can kind of see. Yeah. So like we've got like some little like ears and like these are the bottoms of the eyes and like this is like the little scarfy and then like we've got 2 little paws down here. So like we're starting to kind of, it's very abstract so far. I need to get organized. I'm not an organized person. I'm not good at being organized. All right. Happy early birthday. Oh, thank you. H. Hayes, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Hopefully that polar vortex won't affect your birthday too much. I hope not, but also it hasn't snowed since we got here, so I'm hoping for some snow. I doubt it's going to happen, but I hope for some snow. How many work in progresses do you have? I don't want to tell you how many work in progresses I have, but I will. So I have stitched 75 of the original 150 Pokemon, and I only had 16 of them on my wall. So that means that I had at least, I can do math, 60 or so that hadn't been finished. I have finished up a few more since then because people bought them and I like shipped them out. Like, if you don't want to make one and you want one of your own, you can commission me to make one. If I've already made it, I am swapping out the original ones that I made for ones that are made with my pattern, so I'm selling those ones at a discount, whatever. Anyway, not the point. I still probably have about 60 or so that have not been hooped and finished off. Which is why if you go over to the Purple app and you watch on there, you earn channel points and you can redeem them for things like making me give my pets treats or switch my glasses, like silly things. But you can also do like Vex did and redeem making me finish a Pokemon hoop that I've been putting off, which is what Vex just did. What are we stitching today? We were working on Sylveon, but I have to pause and now I have to finish another one. Elizabeth, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Yeah, so I have a lot that needs to be finished. Okay, gotta move the chair. Gotta move this out of the way. We gotta figure out, what are we finishing today? I think we might finish Charmander. Because, oh, nope. We're gonna finish Porygon because I need to ship Porygon out. This is for my old therapist. And I made it special for him before we moved here and I wasn't able to finish it. So we're gonna finish Porygon tonight. Let me grab my lap desk. There's Porygon lap desk. And then I need my box. Oh, my box is in the closet. Dang it. Okay. The box needs to not be in the closet, y'all. That would be a good place for it to not be. Piled stuff in front of my closet. Okay, here we go. Closet. We are gonna start to finish this guy. Okay. Box is going next to me. I need, oh, my scissors are in my drawer. Duh. Okay, lap desk. Here we go. Scooch forward. I'm gonna knock things over probably. I'm gonna try not to bump into things with my face. Okay. There we go. First thing we're gonna do, remove him from his hoop. I'm gonna see if I can lower that down for you guys. Why are you have a fuzzy? Get the fuzzy off. Okay. We're gonna start by removing him. A couple reasons for that. One, I'm gonna like recenter him just a little bit differently, and the second reason, I need to cut a back for this. IDFK Mel, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. All right, what color are we backing this with? I feel like maybe trying to shoot for like one of this kind of bluey shade. Yeah, I think that'll be a good color to put on back. So, I don't have a pen. Why don't I have a pen? I didn't think that part through. Okay, hold on. I need a pen. Sorry, I'm like standing up right in the way of the camera. Any old pen will do. Okay. I'm holding it. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking holding it. Right. I have some tape on here from past projects. I'm gonna pull that off. Ignore that. Come on, tape. Why is it so sticky? I think this might be the most chaotic stream I've ever streamed. I don't know what the past tense of that should be. Done. This is the most chaotic I've ever done. Okay. Get off my finger. Sticky. Okay. Here we go. We're just gonna... Here's the inside. Like that. Now we got a circle. Done with the pen. Scissors. Streamed. It's the most chaotic stream I've ever streamed. That didn't sound right. I don't know why. I came up with strummed. Just definitely not right. Strum sounds more fun than stream, but streamed is probably technically correct. Yeah, that's probably right. I think I'm just gonna go with strummed. From now on, that's officially it's just strummed. You strum a stream. All right. That can go away. That can, I don't know, go somewhere, scissors. Okay. We're going to save this for later. Set it to the side. We are going to put this back on. We are going to try and get him just slightly better centered than he was before. How do I do this? Nope, it moved. Usually takes me a couple tries to like get it just right. And I flip it. There we go. Still not gonna be right, but that's okay. Okay. This is gonna be hard because I'm not standing up. This is on my lap, so I'm gonna do the best I can. Oh no, it slid right on there. That is completely the same as it was before. It's still too far over here and not enough over here. Okay, we're gonna, you know what? We're gonna do it this way. Not my preferred method of doing this, but let's see what happens. Is that any better? Ha! That's better. Okay. Let me just make sure you're centered up top. Twist it tight. Lexiful, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Go around and around and around pulling. This is why it hurts my hands. And then you tighten some more. Yeah, fuzzy. Fuzzy, get off. Okay. Then we do it again. Round and around and around. Alright. Tighten it again. Should be getting pretty tight by now. Alright. One more nice little pull around. Alright. There we go. Next step, we're going to take our scissors again. And see how we have like kind of just like a little bit, but like way too much at the corners? We're just going to kind of give it a rough circle shape all the way around. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be pretty. Just rough circle. This is by no means the only way to finish the back of the piece, like at all. This is not even the only way that I finish the back of my pieces several different ways. This just happens to be one of them, and because I'm sending this to somebody, I'm gonna do it like the most professional looking way that I do it. This is garbage. Go away, garbage. Okay, next step. This would kill my wrist. That is why I have so many that are unfinished. That's why I have like 60 that are unfinished, is because it kills my wrists right in here. That motion of pulling it tight. But that is actually why I put as a reward for people to like redeem points to get me to finish a piece, because otherwise I have zero motivation to do it myself. Like absolutely none. I've stitched over 75. I probably stitched 80 or 85, and I've only finished off about 20 of them total. Because of exactly that reason. Do I use 2 strands or 3 for my stitches? I use 2. Okay, so our next step. We're gonna just make little snips like this every, I don't know, thumb distance or so. And we're just gonna do that all the way around. All the way around. I completely understand. I would need the motivation too. Yeah. Yep. So thank you, Vex. You're getting me to finish this. I meant to finish this before I moved, and then we've been here for 3 weeks now. So I thank you. This one needs to be sent. I'm just gonna keep snipping and snipping and snipping all the way around. And doop. Okay, there we go. Now I need a string. This is my bag of not floss that this floss that I don't care about. It's not the floss that's stored on my nice little bobbins in particular colors. This is just like, I don't want to call it garbage brands because it's not. It's just like the generic stuff. There is a little bit of DNC in here. But for the most part, this was like stuff that I used to use to make like friendship bracelets and stuff, like back in high school. I made friendship bracelets in high school. Anyway, and so this was just like a big bag of random color. Yes, off-brand stuff and just random colors. I have like color changing stuff in here. Like, yes. Kitty. Which kitty did you see? Did you see the black one or the tuxedo one? I've got 2 kitties. The black one's name is Wednesday, and the black and white one's name is August, and they are twins. And they are about 6.5 months old, and they are utter chaos. And I don't even know. I've got like fluff everywhere. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a good long piece of this. I'm just gonna kind of roughly, that'll be good. Looks good to me. Snip. Go. I'm just gonna set that aside. And I am gonna split this because I still don't want to stitch with all 6. Pals or Pals, get your starter Pokemon. Ah, yes. I love that. Cats are my favorite. Variegated color changing or like UV changing? Variegated. Yeah, variegated color changing. I don't have any that UV color change, but I do have some glow in the dark. You said Chaos earlier, so I thought that was her name. No, that should be her name. Her name is the girl kitty is the black one, and her name is Wednesday. The boy kitty is the black and white one, and his name is August. And they are siblings from the same litter, and they're adorable. You got a Tepig too! I can't figure out what Pokemon I got to start. Theo is trying to talk me through it, but we don't know how to figure out which one I actually started with, unfortunately. We'll need to figure this out. Oh, type the Pokecatch now. Type Pokecatch. Quick. Oh, Abra's gone now. Never mind. You'll have to wait for the next one to show up. Okay. So, this is how I do this. I like piece them down and they're gonna overlap because I cut straight lines toward the hoop all the way around. They're gonna overlap just a little bit. And so that's how I'm going to be stitching. I'm not sure if DMC makes UV color changes, but they totally should. There's UV yarn. Ooh, that would be so cool. Okay, so I'm gonna start by going up through these pieces. And then on the next one, I'm gonna overlap and we're gonna go down. I feel like if you're over on the purple app, you've probably got a much better view of this than anyone on the clock app right now. And then the next one, we're gonna go up between the two. And as I tug it, you see like it kind of like pulls it down. And then we're gonna go down through these two. So it kind of makes them like bow their little heads in towards the middle. As we go out, as I poke myself. I'm all kinds of chaos tonight. And then down. I had the same black tuxedo twins, girl and boy, Sophie and Miko. Aww. That's awesome. Look at that. That one was down, so we're gonna go up this time. I'm trying not to poke myself. It's always upsetting. Ooh, okay. Vex. I cannot fully finish this because I don't know where my hot glue gun is. I'm gonna have to stitch this on. Dang it. Okay, I'll stitch it on because you did redeem finish a hoop and I need to finish the hoop. And I don't know where my hot glue gun is, so I can't do it the easy way. I will do it the hard way. That's fine. It's a good learning lesson for anybody who's new to cross stitch and wants to know a good way to finish pieces and make them look professional. Plus, then no one can see your back. Like if the back of your piece is messy and you don't want people to see it, finishing hoops off the way I'm doing it right now is a great, great, great way to not let anyone ever see what the back of your piece looks like. So I'm literally just lining two up and going down and then up through the next one and then down through the next one all the way around. And I always fold the same direction over, so I'm always putting the new one on top of the old one or the one I've just done. You don't have to do it that way. That's just the way that I do it. And I'm trying to overlap them like as much as I can so that they're gonna stay nice and tight as it comes around so they don't like pop up in any weird ways. Come back up through there. And then I never like to end my pieces on the top. I always want to end them tucked under. You could just tie it off right there and be done with it. But I'm actually going to go down one more time through this same one that I kind of started on. But I'm not going to go through like the exact same hole. I'm just going to go like near it. as I go directly through the frickin' knot anyway. Okay, cool. We're gonna try that again. I don't want to go through the same place. I want to go through a different place. Please. There we go. Okay. Pull it nice and tight. The tighter you pull it, the more this is going to bow down towards the middle. And that's important. So take your needle off. Make sure you pull it nice and tight. And then we're going to knot it. I'm going to make a video showing how I do my knots to get them to sit right up against the edge. That's going to be important, especially if you're doing it on the bottom like this. But the way I do my knots, I can't really show you right now because it's up on the bottom. But I can show you guys when it's not hidden. I'm going to do a third knot on this just because I want to make sure this stays nice and tight back here. Okay, and then we're going to snip. Now, you could choose to just leave it like that. This is perfectly acceptable. And there are definitely a ton of other ways that you could finish off the back of the piece that doesn't even involve this much work of the snipping and the sewing. However, like I said, because I am going to be sending this off to someone and I want this to be like as professionally finished as possible, I'm going to take that piece of felt that we cut earlier and I'm going to put it on the back here and then I'm going to stitch it on. So I'm going to take that same color, and I did pick it specifically because it's at least close. It doesn't have to match exactly, just get it in the neighborhood. And whatever color you put on the back of yours does not have to coordinate with the front at all. I just like to do that because I do. It's just a me thing. You could be like, I'm gonna only finish mine in black, and that's totally valid. But yeah. Torchic? You got a Torchic? That's how I like to finish mine. Yeah. This is a pretty standard way of finishing, I feel like. But it's definitely not the only way. And it's definitely not the only way that I've done it in the past. And Charmander, actually, I'm not going to be able to finish this way because I don't have enough excess thread. How do I want to do this? Okay, I don't want a blanket stitch. What do I want to do? I haven't, like, stitched to the back of one of these in a long time. Do I come up that way? Yeah, I think that might be the way to do it. No, I need to go the other way. Dang it. Okay. I haven't finished one off with sewing. I usually just hot glue it. I usually just put like a bead of hot glue like around the edge of this and then it's done. I don't usually sew this portion on because it's a little bit difficult to kind of get the right angles on here, but it is possible. I just need to be careful not to poke myself. And get the floss to not grab on itself. Okay. Sewing this is not my favorite method. And if I had any clue where my freaking hot glue gun is, I would be looking for that. Oh! There was a box labeled adhesives, but I haven't seen it today. Where the heck did that end up? I wonder if it ended up in my partner's office. But the hot glue would be with all the adhesives, because I keep all of that stuff together. Okay. This is going to be a little bit slow going, because I don't want to poke myself. Okay, and this one you do not have to pull like super, super, super tight. You just need it to catch and hold on, basically. Under. I'm hitting the wood frame. I don't like that. Your ring is stunning. Thank you. This is my engagement ring from my partner. It's moss agate, so it's actually like a really pretty green color. I like it. It makes me so happy. But thank you. Jamie, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I recently started using beeswax and it helps tremendously for all my stitching issues. You know what? I have heard that. I have not tried beeswax before. I just gotta figure out the angles to do this from. I just haven't done this in a long time. Just be careful not to poke yourself. Also, I have a drawer for adhesives, also with tapes and glues. Yes, all of my tape and all of my glue goes in a cubby in my cubby system. But that's like one of the things that has not been fully unpacked yet is like my whole cubby system. So I've unpacked a couple boxes, but the adhesives box has not been unpacked yet, which is, we keep being like, we need masking tape, we need XYZ, and like, we need super glue, and like, we keep not finding the adhesives box right when we need it, and then finding it when I'm like, not able to unpack anything right at that moment. I'll like find it when I'm homeschooling my kids, or like something like that. I'm like, I can't deal with this right now, but also I need to deal with it. Okay. Okay, seriously, by the time I get this done, you're gonna have enough to buy it and redeem another, finish another one. That's okay. Keeps me finishing things I need to be finishing. I've got so many. What I don't have is... Okay, that... I'm gonna end up blanket stitching that if I'm not careful. Okay, get out from under there. Here we go. I don't have enough hoops for all of them. I need to, like, buy a bunch more hoops. Like, I have a lot of hoops, but I definitely don't have enough for all the ones I've stitched. Alright. Helps to thread the needle and has virtually stopped all tangles. That's awesome. Yes, I have sterilite containers for all my crafting things too. Yeah. Yep. Oh, I got a knot. There we go. Oh, nope, I don't have a knot. Just kidding. I just thought I had a knot. Come on. There we go. You can do it. I already do. Oh no. Oh no. Rex is gonna make me finish. And finish hoops all night. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it, Il? Oh, okay. Hi, August. What do you do? Please don't take the cord with you. Please don't land on it. Goofy boy. Ah, I poked it through. There we go. Also, I think I need a thimble. I can like use my nail to push the needle through so I don't hurt my thumb pad, but I should get a thimble. Oh, no, thumb pad do it with the nail. There we go. And I'm at 750, might not have any more progress on Sylveon. Ugh! Y'all! I'm only gonna be streaming for about half an hour more, so take your pick. Where do your priorities lie? Here we go. All right, we're halfway around. I found silicone thimbles at the dollar store, $1.25 tree recently. Did yours go up to $1.25 also? It's no longer a Dollar Tree. The tree is now $1.25. Poke myself. It didn't hurt. Okay. We are going to tie this little piece off. I'm just going to tie it off on the back because I am. I don't want to try and feed it under and tie it under right now. Just tie a tiny little knot. I'm going to snip it really close right there. Snip. It'll be fine. And piece. So I'm gonna keep going. Well, that came right through. Tuck that little edge under. So this next stitch will kind of hold it under there. What? Don't get a knot. There we go. just about finished up with finishing the back of Porygon. And one more. There we go. I'm gonna tie a knot again, cause yeah. Cause my brain is made of applesauce today. It's just mush up there. So we're gonna just snip that short. There we go. That is how you can make your back look professional. This is like a pretty standard way to finish up a back. If you wanted to, I don't know if you noticed that I had traced the inside of that inner hoop. You could also trace the outside of that inner hoop, and this circle will be slightly bigger. The reason I don't do that is because I don't like my needle poking into the wood as I'm like going to stitch it on. But if you are hot gluing, that will make it, if I was hot gluing this, I would have done the outside of that circle. It would have fit kind of perfectly on there. So it just depends on the method of how you're doing it, and I have reasons why I do things, I swear. But that is Porygon all finished up, so now I can ship him out. But yeah, all done. Okay, let me clean up my thread real quick. Back in the bag. And push that out of the way. Put that under there. And let's get Sylveon back over here. Get over here, Sylveon. We got about 20 more minutes to work on you. Oh, geez. I forgot I lowered that. Sorry. I'm going to try and get that back into frame. Crash it right into the camera. I saw you. Okay. Scooch, scooch. Okay. That camera is looking pretty good. Put this one right down there. There we go. And T. Okay. Did we need any more of this color? Were we done with this color? Let me take a look. Yes, we do. It's like a single freaking stitch, I think. Which is annoying. Thank you for the confetti. I appreciate that. Okay. This one is over here, and then we go down. Right there. Is there any more of this color? Or was that it? Was that the one? I think that might have been it. Okay, that's it. And with that, I'm going to tie it off real quick, and then you guys get to vote on the next color we're going to be doing. If you are on the purple app here, you will not get to vote. Not because I don't love you, but because the polls, like, it isn't working properly. It's not letting me like open one. I would much prefer to run one over here. But like it's literally been giving me trouble, and like the button to start one is not showing up like it's supposed to be. So I have to do it for the people who are on the clock app. So if you're on the clock app, oh geez, I never even tied this off earlier. What am I doing today? What am I doing? Nobody knows. I'm just making it up as I go and hoping that nobody notices. It's worked so far for me. Oh my god, go on. Good lord. Okay, one more time. There. Yeah, it's continuing to not let me start a poll, so I apologize for that. If you're on the clock app, we are going to start a poll. Let me do it, please, Clock Daddy. I'll show you your colors in just a second. 1, 2. That is a different color, I swear. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Those are your colors. And while you do that, I'm gonna wind this up and have a sip of my tea. You're making me want to get my stuff out and cross stitch. Do it! Do it, do it! Cross stitch and your poly magic. I am. I cross stitch, I'm poly, and I am magic. The gore rhythms sure know me quite well. I mean, same. They know my demographic and they know how to get me to my people. I think you finished with that color right before you started the finish. I did, except for that like one single stitch that was like in the wrong place, or like it was like up there for some reason. I had basically finished with that color. Danielle, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Jennifer, thank you for sharing the live. I really appreciate that. And Merc Raven, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you too. I'm gonna take a sip of tea. Oh, Vulpix! Oh, there's a Vulpix! Hold on. Let me poke catch! Let me catch the Vulpix! Hi, Unity! I want the Vulpix. Vulpix is my favorite. Did I catch it? I'm gonna be so sad if I don't catch it. No one caught it. I'm so sad. Vulpix is my favorite. I don't want to cry. I might cry. I'm sorry. I know that, like, in the grand scheme of things, this is not a big deal. I have no control over my tear ducts. I'm like way too emotional about the fact that I didn't catch a virtual Vulpix on the stream. I introduced my sister to your stream. Oh, thank you, Vex. I appreciate it when you share my stuff with people. I don't know, it makes me happy. Thank you. I appreciate it. I am so sad that we didn't catch the Vulpix just now. That makes me very, very sad. Nobody got it. Yeah. Yeah, Vulpix is gonna go on the wall behind me. It's gonna be part of this wall. I am gonna have, like, I haven't had a chance to set up the Pokemon hoop wall like I had at my old house. So I am going to be doing that here as well. I don't know where it's going to be yet. I actually think it might go on that wall over there. You can't see it. Above the couch in like the homeschool center. We used to have it above our dining table. Maybe it'll go in the dining room. I don't know. We haven't really decided where we're going to put it yet. But yeah, I need to figure out where we're gonna put it so I can get it up. But Vulpix is gonna be on the wall here. I might make a second Vulpix to put it on put one wall separate from the one that hangs out in my cross-stitch area. But foxes, I got a little foxy friend here too. Yeah, or you guys didn't get to see him. A little foxy friend. He's little, but he's too close to the camera, so I'll see his little face. But you can turn him inside out and he can be angry. Polly cross stitching witchy girl too. Nice, very nice. You're allowed to be upset. Small things can bother us just as valid as the big things. That's what I tell people about kids all the time. Like a lot of people, Foxy, hi. A lot of people don't get, like, when little kids get upset because they got the green cup instead of the blue cup and they really wanted the blue cup, I try to remind people gently, like, for a 2-year-old, this is the biggest problem they've ever faced in their life, which is a good thing. That's a good thing. But they also have no idea how to regulate their emotions. And it's our job to, like, slow them down and teach them. When babies are born, they're literally born with the ability for full adrenaline, full panic mode. They're not born with the ability to regulate those emotions and know what to do with them. It takes years to figure that stuff out. And I know full-grown adults who haven't, who still temper tantrum when they don't get their way. So yes, sometimes it sucks and sometimes it's hard, but be gentle with the tinies. They're just learning how to people. All right, so number 3, 1. So we're gonna be working with this one. I don't even know, what's our symbol? What is our symbol? What color is this? That one. Ooh, okay, we're gonna get some eyeballs. Get some Sylveon eyeballs. Hello there. I got 3 more skeins of yarn for the blanket. Also, my cross stitch messed up. Oh no! I'm glad you got 3 more skeins for your blanket. I'm sorry your cross stitch messed up. I messed mine up a lot earlier. Anyone who's been here the whole stream, thank you for staying with me. I think I messed up like 4 separate things, like 4 completely separate things, just back to back. I was a freaking disaster at the beginning of this stream. I think it took me an hour and a half to get like 15 stitches onto this. I'm a mess. The hoop broke as well as the fabric, so we just said we'll get another one soon. Also, I did it wrong. I zigzag instead of right triangle movement. Oh, that's okay. You can go in and fill in the blanks. Like, yes, you took the words out of my mouth. I see adult tantrums all the time at work in the pharmacy. Yeah. Yep, if you work in customer service at all, you know what I'm talking about when I say adult temper tantrums. You get it. I worked in retail and customer service industry for far too long. Ashlyn, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Baby Monster, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate you too. I saw that earlier, but it's looking good. Thanks. I had a whole mess of a beginning of the stream. The pattern said to not get it wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, Sylveon's got like the biggest baby doll eyes. I mean, I have a pattern that tells me that dark coffee and very dark coffee are very different colors. That is wonderful. Unity, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Oh, you're Vex's sister. Hello. As I've heard, children are learning to people from scratch. Yeah, exactly. We're all just learning how to people, right? Like, I still don't fully know how to people. I don't know how to make friends. I'm not good at it, like, especially in person. I am definitely an introvert, and I need friend-making classes, I think. How do we find friends as adults? Like, I just moved to a new state, literally across the country from where I grew up and everyone I know is, basically. Like, is Meetup still a thing? Is that what people do? I don't even know, guys. Like, I love my online communities, but I also, like, I know I need some in-person peoples as well. Susan, give me a hard. What is this? There's no pattern on it. The pattern is sitting on my lap, like right off screen. I have a paper pattern. This is called counted cross stitch, so the pattern is not printed on the paper. I have to physically count the stitches to put them in the right place. It's a cheap $6 kit. Heck, I can get it again with my allowance. Also, 2 colors are very similar in color. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be a Pokemon. It's gonna be a Sylveon someday when it grows up. I have no idea how to friend. Yeah, same. And TikTok. What state? I just moved to Maryland from California. I grew up in California, and I don't fit in with Californians. I was born and raised there. I am about to turn 33 in a couple days, and I don't feel like I ever belonged in California. Foxy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I heard Bumble has a just friends section. Do they? I guess. Yeah, I guess I remember like OkCupid having a just friends section, or like just looking for friends. I guess I never really considered that. Join a group. I've got a church group. That is where I found my people. But game groups, book groups. Yeah, I thought about like we checked out our local library, and like it's got a lot of like really great like stuff that they do there. So like I might try and join like a book club. I don't know. And also like I used to be part of like the swing dancing scene back in Southern California. So like that's how I made a lot of my friends there, is like I had like my mommy friends that like had kids also, that I met through like play dates and like, you know, Girl Scouts and like stuff like that. But then I also had like my swing dancing friends that like knew me as a person outside of being a mom. But there's not really a swing dancing scene here, and the closest like swing dancing ballroom is like 45 minutes away, so that's kind of a hike for me to try to do. Danielle, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. No, that's a huge move. Yeah, it is. I moved from NorCal to Ohio. Yeah, big moves. Like big moves. It's a lot, but it was necessary in our case. It was a good call. It was a good move. I'm really, really glad we did it. I know we've only been here for like 3 weeks, but I love it here already. I'm already like so much happier, and the kids are happier. So yeah, it's overall, I think it was a good choice. There's a kid in my kids class who looks really cool, as does her mom, but I don't want to be like, hey, you look cool, let's be friends. Do it. I think that's how I think that's how we make friends as adults. Like, that's how we did it when we were kids, right? It was like, hey, what's your name? We're friends now. Although, what do I know? I've never been good at it, so don't take my advice. But yeah, I feel like if my kids went to public school, maybe I'd have an easier time like making other mom friends at least, and be like, hey, my kid is the new kid in class. Where's the cool spots to hang out? I don't know. I'm so awkward. Alright. Little Sylveon eyeballs. Hi from Michigan. Hello. A yellow, orange, and a slightly lighter version. I thought I got a defective one. I mean, for cross stitching, there's definitely like a lot of really similar colors. I'm sure they also have a crafting group. Maybe it might be a bunch of church ladies, but sure it exists. I mean, hey, church ladies can be awesome. Hello from Texas. Hello. Mumble is called BFF. Oh, okay. Also checking a local bookstore. I need to look and see if there are any local bookstores around here. Like, we're kind of like, we're not rural. We've been joking that we're rural adjacent. But today I texted my partner from the grocery store, and I was like, we might be more rural and less rural adjacent because 3 people are riding through the grocery store parking lot on their horses, which is not a thing where I come from. So I was like, we might be more rural and less adjacent than we originally thought, which is fine. But I don't know what they have in the way of like local bookstores or indie bookstores and stuff. Found friends on TikTok. I mean, yeah. Is it difficult to learn? Cross stitching is not super difficult to learn. If you would like to learn how to cross stitch, the link in my bio will take you to like my little thingy. I wrote a how-to cross-stitch guide, and you can find a link to that through my link in my bio. Did I ever tell you the leg joints broke on the figure in my profile picture? No! A hug, and then vetting the new community is always hard. Yeah. Well, you know, we'll figure it out. It'll be okay. Mel Danny, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And Messy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you too. My dog has cuddled with me on their own. I've been chosen. Oh, it's the best to be chosen. Heather, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I'll be friends. Are you in Maryland? I need in-person friends. I need in-person friends. Your profile says you like D&D. Could post at the library or local cafe and start up a group. I do like D&D. We are possibly going to be switching away from D&D because of all the drama that D&D has been creating with the OGL. And I know they've like walked it back a lot, but also like the fact that they pulled all of that crap in the beginning, like to start with, is just rough. But also I don't play D&D with adults. I play with children. Like I literally run games for my kids and their friends. That's actually how I got the majority of the following that I have here on TikTok, was talking about the games that I host for the kids, because it's pure chaos, but it's amazing and I love it. I haven't had much luck with mom friends at school. Queer and leftist is hell in Texas. Ooh, yeah, good luck with that. I mean that in like the sweetest way possible. Like, I genuinely hope that you find your people. Yeah, because yeah, I came from like, I will say the one thing that I did like about Southern California is like, I came from such a good area. Like the city next to ours had like wonderful LGBTQ community. Like it was amazing. So I do miss that. I haven't really like sussed out like how open-minded people are here yet. I'm not sure. So hi, sir, you're in the way. You're just all in the way. This is August. He's my little chunky monkey. What are you, do you just have to be in the way right now? You have to be. You just want to be chilling. Oh, what time is it? Oh geez, it's 10:30. All right, I'm going to have to hop off. But before I go, rural-ish, yes. I know you mean born Texas raised. I need motivation to work on my current stitch. Do it! And then show me what it looks like. There's your motivation. The back of your cross stitch is so neat and tight. I mean, this one, it's because I've been tying off because it's like scattered everywhere. The other one is joined. I'm being suffocated every day. Sadly not in Maryland. Oh, I'm sorry. I live in Southern Maryland and cross stitch. Okay, we're like, I don't know where we are. We're in PG County. I don't know if that's Southern Maryland or not. I don't know where in Maryland I live. I redeemed a hydrate. You did redeem a hydrate. Does tea count? No, I'll drink the water. I'll be good. I'll drink the water. Morlo is a little mushroom guy. I totally get it. I have rainbow glasses and purple hair, so there are no questions as to my... Yeah, I have blue hair. I'm like, guys, like, this is as, like, I'm not subtle. There are no questions as to my worldview. I don't mean to be rude, but you sounded like Shaggy when you kept saying, like, oh, I'm sorry. 100%. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. That's really close to me. Yay! Okay, come join the Discord. I need in-person friends. Yes, there is a Discord. I do have a Discord. The link is in my bio. I'm ending the stream, so I'm going to do my end of stream wrap up stuff. So I'm gonna like rapid fire some stuff at you. If you want Pokemon patterns, I make them and sell them in my Etsy shop. I also have a Patreon. If you're buying more than 2 patterns, it is well worth it to look into my Patreon instead of the shop. Even if you just join for like a month, the $12 level gets you access to the entire library of stuff that I've created. So far, there are 27 patterns on there, and there will be more being added every month. Get on my level, I have purple and blue hair. I'm sorry. I just have the blue right now. Other stuff. What am I supposed to say? Discord. I have a Discord. You can join it. Link is in my bio. If you want to learn how to cross stitch, I have a how to cross stitch guide. Also link in my bio. It will like walk you through all of it. I'm also starting up a video tutorial series on how to cross stitch for people who are visual learners. So I will be hopefully getting some of those out soon now that I have like all of the equipment to make that happen. That will be going onto my TikTok as well as my YouTube channel Links to all that shenanigans in my bio. When I say link in bio, I'm talking to the people on the Clock app. For you guys, I will drop the links to the... Hold on. Let me just drop the link to the link in bio, and then you can follow the ones that you want to follow. Hold on. Let me figure out how to do that. This is what I get when I stream in multiple places. Share. Can I copy this? Just copy. Link copy. There we go. There you go. There's the link for the link in bio that I was talking about. I don't have mental sanity. I'm crazy. Neither do I. There is no sanity. There's only chaos. Wednesday, miss, you're right behind my... What are you doing? You can't just nap on my table. You can. You know what? Fine. You can. I give up. Thank you all for joining me in the chaos. Is there anything else I'm supposed to talk about? I don't know. I need a moderator who can remind me of the stuff I'm supposed to talk about, because I never remember. Links. Let's see. What are the linky doos? What are the things? Okay. Etsy shop, the Patreon, the Discord. Anyone on the Clock app, if you want to follow me on Twitch, it's the same as my username here, except it's a 0 instead of an O in Alphabet Soup, because the O was taken, so I had to go with a 0. But you can do, like, you can redeem rewards and stuff. Like, the fact that I had to finish off the Porygon cross stitch earlier, that was because somebody redeemed a reward to make me finish off a different piece. Because I never have the motivation to do that. You can, I don't know, redeem rewards to make me hydrate and give my pets treats and things like that as well. All of that kind of stuff. Embroidery craft stand. If you're looking for the craft stand, the craft hoop stand that I use, it is the Loops and Threads craft stand from Michaels. The link is in the bio to go directly to that if you want to buy it. I think it's like $50. Use a fucking coupon. 40 or 50% off coupon on this. Amazing. I do not get any affiliate, like I'm not an affiliate with them or anything. I just love this hoop stand and everybody always asks me about it. So that's where I got it. Anyway, yeah, those are the things. Those are the things. I didn't forget anything this time. I did good. Okay. What count Ida and how many strands are you using? I use 14 count Ida cloth and I use 2 strands. That's what I use. But yeah, so those are the things that I've got. Do you do craft stuff on your Discord or just D&D? It is also, we do have an entire craft section. And once I get 10 Patreon followers, I will be making a patron-only Discord server that's going to be very craft specific, and we'll be able to do like voice chatting and things like that over there, where like we'll all be able to talk and it won't be like text and then just me talking, and you'll be able to like ask more specific questions and things like that. So once I hit 10 patrons, I will be doing that. But for now, I do have a good sized craft section on my website, and a good amount of the people that are on, even the people who joined for D&D, a lot of them are really crafty, creative people as well. We are also running a self-care challenge over on the Discord. So if you want to join, we're about to start up the new month of it on the 1st. And the reward for like the top 3 to 6 people or so that like, it's a whole thing. You can like read about it over there if you want to join the self-care challenge. But the prize is going to be, we're going to do a game night. So we're going to do like a virtual game night. This month the reward is going to be, we're going to play Raccoon Sky Pirates, which is an absolutely chaotic game, and I love it so much. But I decided I'm going to pick, because it's our first time running this self-care challenge, and it's my birthday on Tuesday. So I'm choosing Raccoon Sky Pirates because it sounds like fun. But yeah. So anyway, sorry if you answered earlier, but is this going to be a Sylveon? Yes, this will be a Sylveon eventually when he grows up. But for tonight, this is what he's going to look like, and I'm going to hop off because I need to get to bed, because I need to be awake to teach my children in the morning. But thank you all so much for joining me. I had so much fun, and thank you all so much for the conversation and just all of the stuff. It's such a pleasure. I love hanging out with you guys all the time. My stream schedule. I did forget something. My stream schedule. I stream live Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 7:30 Eastern time. So with that said, good night, and I will see you all again on Wednesday. Bye. Where's my